So they're trying to find ways to achieve their goals.
Going back to history, that's where the discrimination of cannabis came from.
Yes.
Because a lot of Mexican was bringing hemp to the U.S. They used to make cloth, plastic, clothes, even biodiesel.
They should know the metes and bounds. They should have their deeds. They should know where to get this information.
And when Nasri speaks about, that we're already behind the education system, there are some schools that they were moving in a good direction.
How can we mold boys into good men? Society in crisis.
That's the game with the road. We problem now with bloody politicians. We play that game there and think everybody fool. Tell everybody what they do. And if you get money, share it with me now. Share it. But
You think they understand?
most of them don't even know where they go on. That's the game with the road. We problem now with bloody politicians.
Society in crisis.
So they're trying to find ways to achieve their goals.
Looking for the ultimate sea view getaway? Then Sea Belize Vacation Rentals and Tours, located at 5 miles Philip Golson Highway near the Halover Bridge, is your perfect sea view getaway. Come relax in one of our beautiful air-conditioned sea view apartment, studios, sea view rooms, or suites, all with flat screen television, hot and cold bath, and unlimited access to a spacious and refreshing 40 by 16 foot pool with 6 to 4 feet depth. So you can enjoy that fun and refreshing dive or dip in the pool. We sell ice cold drinks, so you can relax and unwind on our overwater or poolside decks. Contact us at 501-615-4485, 65 or 67.
Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, and welcome. It is 7 o'clock. We are live in studio, and it's another Tuesday. Let me turn this on. It's another Tuesday, and I want to give a special shout out to everybody tuning in on the TV. Good night and welcome everybody. And for all of those tuning in whichever measure that you're on, a special good night to you. Again, we're on Maximum Radio and Television throughout the country of Belize, and we are on all the different social media outlets and the different TV, Twitch, DigiTV, and so forth and so forth. No? So just so you know where we're on. All right. Tonight we're going to discuss a very important topic, and it's one that has hit home, and people have not been talking about it prior to this, but it is something that has been ongoing, and I can tell you for a fact because I know of persons who have fallen victims to this. All right. So again, good night, Dancy de Paz, and I must tell you that we have certain 1 and 2 videos, very short videos, just so that you can get an idea of what cyber crimes are. Now there's a lot of different cyber crimes. These fraudsters, these criminals are getting, more tech savvy, and the more we are leaning and depending on technology, the more we will fall victim. So before we start, I'll have a very short clipping. I can explain what cybercrime is, but I have a little 1-minute video. I'd like to ask Kelvin to push a little, the first one, what is, cyber, so that you can see what this cybercrime is, and we're going to go in details and to discuss how we can avoid it. All right? Whenever you're ready, just go ahead. Okay?
Welcome to the Investors Trading Academy, talking glossary of financial terms and events. Our word of the day is cybercrime. Cybercrime involves activities like raiding bank accounts and stealing information from companies. Computer crime or cybercrime is a crime that involves a computer and a network. The computer may have been used in the commission of a crime, or it may be the target. Cybercrimes are offences that are committed against individuals or groups of individuals with a criminal motive to intentionally harm the reputation of the victim or cause physical or mental harm or loss to the victim directly or indirectly, using modern telecommunication networks such as internet chat rooms, emails, notice boards, and groups and mobile phones. Such crimes may threaten a nation's security and financial health. Issues surrounding these types of crimes have become high profile, particularly those surrounding hacking, copyright infringement, child pornography, and child grooming. There is also problems of privacy when confidential information is intercepted or disclosed lawfully or otherwise. Activity crossing international borders and involving interests of at least one nation state is sometimes referred to as cyber warfare. The international legal system is attempting to hold actors accountable for their actions through the International Criminal Court.
Yeah, so you got a little idea as to what it is, what it is we're going to discuss. And cybercrime is something that it has different layers and it is evolving. So we are getting newer crimes, and the technology, people are still using the internet. That's what they're using, and they're doing even more than the internet now. They also use telephones as well. No, one of the crime that has been very, very, very old when it comes to cybercrime has been we're going to get into the banking one. I mean, the banking is extremely important, but you guys have very well seen lottery. People winning the lottery, people winning games, people winning whatever it is that they have won, or it would be told to them that they've won it. All right, that's one of the oldest ones that you have seen, people thinking they win the lottery, and in the process of winning the lottery, and sometimes it's not even the lottery, you will get these emails sent to you stating that this person is now a widow, for example, and have so many millions of dollars and want to give this money to you because he doesn't have any next of kin. And so what they will do, these scammers, and initially the main scammers that we saw were, or at least what was found out, were those from West Africa and Nigeria, Ghana, just certain areas, certain countries that were known, and as a matter of fact, Nigeria is still very known, and a lot of people have been arrested from there and from Ghana, and you've had people from India, you know, of course, in Asia, in Chinese as well, Russian. We've also seen people from the Dominican Republic now. That's a lot of them right now. And you see, of course, Haiti. And you see, and I have a short video of Nigerians, they set up shop in Los Angeles. So when they set up this shop in Los Angeles to literally attack, you know, and prey on suspecting victims, individuals, you know, it is hit close to home. And so we have seen people, you know, they don't know better, and they will go ahead thinking that they've won money or that they're getting certain money, inheritance, certain money being sent to them free, and they think they've hit the lottery. And what would be asked is that, you just need to send so much money to clear, you know, to clear whatever bank processing fees, or just to get the money to you. And the money, they will continue, you need to send this, you need to send this, and just like that, you're duped. You're duped, and you're sending money, and they're stealing money from you. So those have been two of the oldest ones. The other ones, of course, is the one that has to do with people's heart, you know. People thinking that it's online dating. So some of these apps, dating.com, and some of these other apps that people go to seeking love. A lot of times it's fake profiles. It's fake profiles, and people are thinking that they're speaking to, you know, this attractive individual, male or female, only to find out that it's not the individual, you know, that they're seeing on these profiles, on these photos. For a great extent, it has been Nigerians again, and you know, Ghanans, and there's of other countries, of course, but for a great extent, those have been like the main ones who have been, you know, it has found out about these rings, and it's unfortunate because they have really put a black eye on Africa, and you have a lot of Africans that are you know, law-abiding, doing well, but you have these in the case of Africa that is so huge, you know, the small amount of people as compared to their huge continent and population as a whole, the African continent, causing a black eye on Africa. Because I'll tell you the truth, even dealing with persons from Nigeria, even, you know, who would say they book, you know, through whichever media, booking.com, or especially, it has been found out a lot of them are scammers. A lot of them are scammers, and I can tell you for a fact. So even that entity, for example, because again, you know, in the tourism industry, and I do speak with, you know, some of my colleagues who are also in the tourism industry, and they go through the same thing. A lot of bookings coming from Nigeria, Haiti, Dominican Republic, you understand? And only to find out that they're fake or they're frauds. And of course, right now we have a lot of people from Dominican Republic, from Haiti, Cuba, also trying to come through Belize. You know, some to stay in Belize, and of course some trying to get to the U.S. So what they're doing, they're just using these particular online sites. And what they've also been doing, some of them have been doing, is using people's credit cards, so it's stolen credit cards, to pay for flights, pay for accommodation, all right? And, you know, people don't know what's happening. It's identity theft. They will go online, and sometimes you're sent unsuspecting. You're sent an email, you click on it, which is called phishing, you click on it, and your information would be stolen. You understand? It moves to identity theft, it moves to, you know, your banking information, you know, being used to just wipe you out, take all your money. And we've seen now in Belize that the situation has, you know, it's at us, it's at our gate, it has happened, and whether or not the bank will hold some responsibility in terms of their cyber security is another story, because, you know, as far as we've seen, one bank is saying no, I mean, they don't hold any responsibility. And again, that has caused an action, you know, and understandably so, you know, by particular individuals saying, okay, he's going to take out his money, and you can't knock him for that, you know, when someone's going to go on the news and say, well, you know, you're on your own, pretty much. You know, it doesn't lend any investor confidence. It doesn't lend any confidence in you as a customer, as a client of that bank, you know, entrusting your hard-earned money to them. So we have been seeing this hitting home closer. And the other cyber crime that has been happening for a long time, as I told you, has to do with the dating apps. People going on, well, whatever dating app that they use, and when they think that they're communicating with this beautiful girl, or they're communicating with this handsome guy, man, what they're found out way later on, you know, is their money, they're being requested money, and, you know, these individuals thinking that, well, you know, they're sending to someone who they care for, they're falling in love, because these people take every day they will write you, every day they will write you, every day they will write you, and they'll tell you what you want to hear, and if you are not aware of what is happening, but there's certain things that you have to look at, and again, this has fallen even to young boys and young girls, and I want to get into that too. But they will tell you certain things like they want to get married to you, they want to come to your country to marry you, and when they tell you that, you may feel, oh my gosh, this person really wants me, and then they say, well, I just need help with to buy my plane ticket and spending money. And if you have the money and you genuinely think that this person is real, you will send the money. You will send the money. Oftentimes it's through Western Union. All you have to do is say you send it to, you know, Jacob Obu or whatever, and boom, you send it to wherever it is, whichever country, South Africa or where, and, you know, your money is gone like that. And this is real, because we have seen individuals now, you know, women and men who have lost all their life savings or their retirement money in the hopes of finding love, and it's sad. And, you know, some people would say, oh, they shouldn't, you know, they were foolish. No, I mean, these individuals genuinely thought that they were, you know, communicating with real people. Imagine every day these people will write you and send pictures because they steal your photo. And they've stolen my photo too. At one point I know my photo have been stolen, and I know it's somewhere out there and so forth, especially, you know, they will steal your photo. And they will, you know, if they think They can use your photo for whatever mischief, and if you're pretty or you're handsome, they will take your photo, especially if you're pretty and you're handsome, they're going to take your photo and they're going to use that to try and get in to people's inbox and tell them, all the sweet words that they want to hear. In return, get money. I had a particular person who used to work for me. Won't give any name, I never give names. But she was working for me, and one day I recall her saying that, she had met this nice person online. So I was like, okay, all right. So she was telling me about this person. I said, okay. And she said this person wants to marry her. I was like, marry you, huh? Okay. Have you seen this person? No, but I see the profile picture. I'm like, okay. Have you communicated even through video chat with this person? No, but I've seen the profile picture. I said, so you haven't heard anything from this person? You haven't spoken to this person? And she had not. But I knew exactly what they were edging to, because I have studied this thing for a while. You understand? I've studied, because even me, they have tried to speak with me, and I'm like, I'm one of them who will, initially what I tried to do, I egg them on, no problem, and then afterwards, what I did, I said, okay, I want to speak with them, because I knew what was happening, but I want to see how this thing is happening. And so I said, okay. And then they were supposed to be, I think it was, I don't know if it's American or British. Now, I've been umpteen times to England, umpteen times to the US. So I know exactly how, a British person sound and an American. So, I mean, you can fool somebody like me who have had to speak with them so many times. So, when they got on the phone and spoke to me, spoke to me, it was, I know, again, because of certain positions I've held, including chairperson of the Commonwealth Local Government Forum, I've gone to many different, African countries. And so I immediately, and I've had to meet with a lot of Africans, and immediately I heard the accent, the heavy African accent. Now, different Africans have different accents, just like different Caribbean countries, we have different accents. We will know, after a while, some of us who have traveled around the Caribbean will know the different accents, Africa as well, after a while you know the different accents. And so I heard this heavy African accent, and I knew exactly, because, one of my roommates was Nigerian, and then I had some of my friends who were Nigerian at university. So immediately I knew. So I said, okay, all right, so where are you? So they were trying to lie and say they were in England, right? And immediately I knew they were not in England. You know what I'm saying? Certain questions that I asked, you know what I'm saying? Certain questions, and I made sure I asked certain questions. Which part of England? So if they said London, boom, quick for me, that's where I normally go. So I asked certain questions of certain places and certain attractions, and nothing. And this is what they'll do. Fortunately, sometimes you will know what is happening, but for those individuals who don't know what is happening and truly are, I don't want to use the word fooled, but conned into believing otherwise, they end up losing a lot of money. So this person, this worker that I told you, she thought this person loved her. Now, I'm not going to say any names, but when I saw the photo of the guy that she said was in love with her, hey, it was a really attractive individual, and then, you know, she and him look different. Let's just put it that way. So I was like, you know. So I told her, I said, go ahead and tell him that, you know, you're in a little financial bind, and you need, you know. And I told him, tell him that you want $50. I didn't want to go too much because I wanted to see. You know, you don't want to go, $500, and then, they think that's too much. Man, $50, and you claim that you love this woman, and you want to come and live with this woman and marry this woman. Man, $50 isn't much money to send to that individual. So I told him, actually, I was the one who helped type it in her phone, in her Facebook. I typed it in and I said, yeah, you know, and I, you know, what and what, and I told her, I mean, I tried to write like her, you know. That person never responded. Cold turkey. Did not respond to her, did not send her any $50, did not send her any money. Stopped communicating immediately. As soon as she said that she needed money to help her out due to a little financial situation, that imposter, that fraudster, thought that they were communicating with an individual who had money. And so, you know, she turned, well, she didn't really do it, but, you know, we turned around and you know, ensured that he was found out. And this is one of the main areas. We have a lot of unsuspecting men and women that are going through this right now. They think that they're in love, and only to find out that it's an imposter that they're dealing with. All the photos are just fake photos. And if you look and you see, you will notice that a lot of these individuals now are individuals that they will show them in camouflage, army attire, military attire. They take a lot of these retired officers and soldiers who might still be posting, and, you know, they're somewhere across the world, don't have the time to be watching or even knowing that their photo has been stolen. And they use these soldiers' photos to try and con these innocent women to say, okay, you know, I'm far away, but I love you, you know. As soon as my tour of duty is finished, I want us to get married. Now, that's another area. Another one now are our children. This is one of the areas that really we have to be careful about. What these individuals are doing, and again, certain individuals have already been arrested again from Nigeria and from particular African countries. What they found out, and recently one was apprehended because he caused the death of this little boy. This little boy killed himself because what he did, he acted as though he was this young girl. This little boy was, how old was he? I think he was young, 15, 16, young boy, a young little teenager. And he thought, a good boy, a very nice boy. I should have had the video for that because I do have the video. And he thought that he was speaking, a very grade A little boy, this is in the US, a grade A young man, and very good young man, come from a very good family. And he felt that he was speaking to another young lady. He was speaking to a young lady, someone his age. And so the young lady, he thought it was a young lady. The young lady sent him a photo, right? Apparently a nude photo. And he, you know, he received it. Well, the young lady ended up asking him to send a photo of himself, right? And unsuspecting, this is a little boy, this is a teenager. He sent a photo of himself, nude photo of himself, to who he thought was this little girl, you know, of his same age. And as soon as he sent this photo to this, what he thought was this little teenage girl, this pretty little teenage girl, immediately he was told that he had to send, it was a few thousands of dollars. Immediately, otherwise the person was going to share and send and distribute the photo of him nude, you know, to school and all that. I mean, this really frightened the young man. And within hours, within 24 hours, that little boy killed himself. Because the little boy tried to give $500, and the African scammer, I'm pretty sure it's a Nigerian, because I have the video as well. He literally, he's not an old fella, he's like probably, I don't know, he looks like about 30 years old, probably the guy who, you know, was in the back and forth with this little boy. And he said that's not enough. He wanted his full amount of his full thousands that he asked for. And the little boy couldn't send it and felt all frightened. Oh my God, you know, what will his mom say and his father say? And he killed himself. And recently that has been happening quite a bit. Little young boys, little teenagers and girls have been killing themselves. And this isn't only in the US, it's across the world. They've been killing themselves because these individuals, you know, are preying on these unsuspecting children, you know, extorting money from them. And so this is another way we have to watch our kids, and we have to tell them, you can't be sending nude photos of yourself to strangers. You don't know who is behind that. And a lot of us, yes, a lot of you are watching on TV, and some of you don't have Facebook account or Instagram or whatever it is. But if you did, you'd also know that when people are inboxing you, you don't know who's inboxing you. When people are friending you, a lot of times it's not, yes, you will know some individuals, but you fully well know that some of these individuals are just fake profiles. Who's behind them? Like when I notice some of them will have, first, you know, so when you see, let's say because I'm a female, they will try to put a picture of a very handsome person. Okay, so what I will do, because especially if I don't know the person, so what I'll do, I'm gonna go check sometimes, and I look, they have that picture, then right after that, they're going to have another picture of a different person and another picture of a different person. Then all the way to the end, then they're going to have a picture of themselves. Right? And usually, again, it has been Nigerians, or it has been Ghanans, or it has been from particular African countries that, you know, it's unfortunate because, again, there's good people from all these African countries for them to be putting a black eye on their, you know, on their countrymen and women. So we have to look at this, the ATM, and the fact that we have, everything is going online now. So we have to be paying online. We have to be ensuring that we communicate via email. Some people still email, some people WhatsApp, whatever it is, whatever you know, avenue that they use. But the point is, you are not face to face with these individuals. And so when now it is being sent, like I have, you know, everybody who has an email account, normally you're going to have, you know, some level of spam protection. And but not all spam will go through there. You understand? And Kelvin, I want you to cue up one of the cyber videos, because I want you to see what, and these are very short videos, they're 1 or 2 minute videos, so make sure you watch it good. What has been happening when it comes to, around the world, and how these individuals are being caught. Okay, whenever you're ready. So I have been, so when these individuals will now go and they try to get your information through using a fake email address. But let's say the email address is A1112B at some craziness. Yes. But you'll check out the name, that maybe it's the name of a company, Walmart, Walgreen, whatever company it is. And they're going to put that as the name, but it doesn't match up with the email address. If it's a authentic Walmart address, normally if their email is Walmart, it should have walmart.com, for example. You know what I'm saying? But it will have A11234, some crazy email address. So that should ring a bell. And normally, email, Gmail, Yahoo, normally, whatever you use, AOL or whatever it is, they normally will get a hold of some of these more flagrant ones. But some know that all they're going to put maybe is a little one next to the name. You understand? So it will be the authentic email address, or they're going to use the website. But what they're going to do, so they're going to put the, at that particular web, and they're going to put maybe a one number, and that's the difference. You understand? One number, and that's the difference. And you don't even know because you just see the main number, and it's just, quickly you glance, you're excited, you're happy, and just that can cause problems to you whenever you're ready. Okay? Watch this video quick.
A pan-India fraud has been busted by Delhi police, and this time it is the Ola electric scooter which was the bait. Ola Electric, in an official blog post, shared that if any customers approach through a website, phone call or any other platform on the pretext of selling the scooter, they must immediately inform the local police or report it on their website. A gang of 20 cyber criminals have been held for scamming more than 1,000 people. Gang members were spread across the country and they made crores of rupees in the scam. Victims were made to believe that the scooters have been booked and they will soon be delivered to their doorstep. Delhi's Deputy Commissioner of Police, Devesh Mala, confirmed that more than 20 people have been arrested from different parts of the country, including Patna, Gurugram and Bengaluru.
जो खुद फ्रॉडर्स थे उनको लालच दिया कि हम आपके काम को और आगे बढ़ाएंगे, उनको बुलाया, 114 सिम कार्ड, 60 से ज़्यादा मोबाइल फ़ोन, 7 लैपटॉप्स, 20 पीपल और 25 अकाउंट जिसके अंदर 5 करोड़ से ज़्यादा का ट्रांजैक्शन हो चुका है। 1000 एक्यूज़ हम अभी तक, 1000 विक्टिम्स हम अभी तक इसमें कनेक्ट कर चुके हैं। I4C पोर्टल से भी लगभग 350 विक्टिम इसमें कनेक्ट हो चुके हैं।
The case first came into limelight on October 7th when a victim filed a complaint regarding an online electric scooter fraud. Delhi police started technical surveillance and zeroed in on the fraudsters after gathering details from the fake website that was used in the crime. 2 men in Bengaluru designed a fake website for Ola scooters which looks exactly like the original one. As soon as the victims uploaded their details on the site to book the vehicle, their details were transferred to gang members in other states. Subsequently, the victim would receive a call from any other state seeking a payment of 499 rupees for the booking. After the victim paid this amount, they would get another call to transfer about 60 to 70,000 rupees. They made prospective customers believe that they have financing options as well. A person from the gang would explain the offline process to him. After paying the initial 499 rupees, he would receive a confirmation slip of the booking. According to one of the complainants in the case, he was asked to pay 30,000 rupees at one instance and then an additional 72,000 rupees. After he agreed to pay all the charges, he was allegedly asked to pay 13,000 rupees more for the delivery of the order. The scam has sent shockwaves yet again as this Ola scam adds to the ever-growing list of online fraud.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.
Yeah, so if you guys heard that, you will know that these individuals now are, I mean, in India, and I put this one with India, everybody knows that Indians, to a great extent, they are really ahead when it comes to, they're very tech savvy websites, and even the US every year, and this is from I was studying in the US, my Indian friends who would come to study, a lot of them would stay in the US. Now they're doing what they're properly. But the point is they're really very good, at website building and everything about websites and about computers, computer programming. A lot of them are software programmers, about hardware, everything. They're really good when it comes to IT. And they have been used, some other unscrupulous ones, however, have been using this to their advantage. And what they've been doing is building fake websites. So you think that you are communicating. So like what we said, a legitimate company is pushing a particular, whatever, not lottery, but whatever winnings, promotion, and it's everybody knows about it. What these individuals would do is build their own website that looks just like the authentic one. And then they will put everything, and then they will, again, like I told you how would they do the email, and they would send out, and the point is they would allow people to be able to purchase things from them, and in some instances send information to them, send an email from them. And these individuals, unsuspecting individuals, innocent individuals, will go ahead thinking that they're buying or they're communicating with the authentic website, only to find out now, afterwards, that when they've sent all their credit card information, paid authentically and so forth, it's a scam. It's a complete scam. And it is sad. It is so sad because, this is an authentic website that you think you're communicating with. You're doing it yourself. You see? Only to find out you've been duped. So these individuals, though, so we have to be very careful. I have had instances where a lot of times people will forward me these too good to be true, winnings or ways how you can, win items, get items free, and immediately I'm gonna search it up, quickly search it up, boom, and you're gonna see it has happened. Somebody else have found out that it's a scam, and I will quickly just download the photo or screenshot it and send it so that they can stop sending those. Because if they stop, less people will fall victim. Not everybody will be like me. I have been somebody who try my best to immediately, I will check if an information is true. I'm sure some have fallen through the cracks, of course. But to a great extent, I try my best to ensure that I'm going to check and see, and then I'll hurry send it to the individual so that they don't look foolish too. Because when they're sending these things that are false, they themselves look bad. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, Claudette Stevens, and thank you very much. Good night, good night. He says, wow, these people are hateful doing this to people. You're correct. You're correct. It is. It's a hateful thing because they don't know how much you're hurting people. In this day and age, every money counts. Every money counts. So I've been listing different areas, and now your credit card and your ATM machine. You would think that you may have your bank and everything has gone online. That's about everything. Remember, that's the whole push. That's the whole agenda, is for us to go totally online. Everything will be electronic. And your money would be in your bank account today, and afterwards you go there, it's wiped out. I hope that that never happens to me. I hope and I pray that never happens to me. And so that's why, you know, I'm trying to share certain information so that because if you let in, like, you know, they'll ask you, most of the time, you will get to put your own PIN number, you know, or your security code, right? It's just like your phone. You get to put your PIN number, or, you know, if it's you know, a design or whatever, or a passcode, you know, or your face or your thumbprint, you get to do those. You know what I'm saying? So unless someone knows what it is, let's say someone close to you and then somebody else sees that, that's the only way people will be able to get into your phone, for example. And good night, Ione Ordinis. Good night and Happy New Year to you too as well. And we know that to a great extent, individuals now rely on their debit card, right? In some instances, banks may not process, you know, or approve certain individuals with a credit card, but a debit card. So at least they still have something electronic. But this electronic, this debit card is such that, man, that's all your money, all your pay. And it's unfortunate though, and I've seen it, that some of these merchants, and I have come about it, they don't, they don't ask me for an ID. And I'm not gonna say, oh, because it's me, because I would feel, maybe they know, okay, that it's me, all right? Some of those individuals, okay, well, this is Zenaida Moya, so we're gonna, you know, we won't ask her for an ID. But with fairness, an ID should be asked. An ID should be asked for. And if your card, if they use your card and an ID is not asked, you see what could happen? All your money, just like that. So these are not all the areas, but I just wanted to point out some of the key areas of how people's money is being taken from them. They're being defrauded. All right? We are now looking, as I told you, sweepstakes. It's going to be a lot more. And jobs, because it's also human trafficking. All right? Human trafficking. I told you earlier about a lot of these individuals booking my spot, especially through booking.com. None of it, just about none of the bookings are authentic. It's all fake. And it's individuals from Haiti, from Nigeria, from the Dominican Republic, some from Cuba. And they book it, some from Venezuela, Ecuador as well too though. Or they go about that way. And they book it and they use somebody's credit card because I see that the credit card does not match. I literally see that the credit card does not match. And then they're stealing people's credit card. Booking.com doesn't do anything about it. They are really terrible. They're the worst. I'll be upfront with you. They are the absolutely worst entity. Just be careful to use. They are terrible. Booking.com is, they don't care about, they don't give a hoot about the safety of your credit card details. They're nothing like Airbnb. Nothing, absolutely nothing like Airbnb. Airbnb will try to protect you, not Booking.com. They couldn't care less. They're that terrible. And I'm just telling you for a fact what is happening. So imagine your card being used, as I told you, for that. We now are looking, as I told you, that these individuals are moving to other levels. So it's the trafficking of women and men to other countries. What have been happening, they'll offer job opportunities to Dubai and to more wealthier countries. You know, or you can be a housekeeper, or you can take care of somebody, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's manual labor, you can come here and do ABC. And these innocent individuals, and I have a video, but I'm not going to show in the interest of time, with these, and it looked really bad, right? What they did to these women, African women. And what they did, they told them that they were going to hire them, and they literally, you know, trafficked them in, and then they ended up, you know, not giving them authentic jobs, but treating them in a most inhumane manner. Terrible, it was terrible. And whipping them, you know, these women would be nude, whipping them like dogs. You know, and I literally have videos of that, so I couldn't show it anyway. I wouldn't, you know. And you also have the, you know, the fact, and I make sure that I read this because, again, Dubai is a country I've been to, so I'm not saying that they're terrible people or anything like that. But it is a wealthy country. And so when you hear about Dubai, and you will see, you know, some of the trademarks of Dubai, you know, it's normal, people would want to go work there. And again, unsuspecting, they attempt to make the move, only to find out, and some men have gone through it too, that it's no kind of, you know, you go there and do the work. No. You're treated and you're put to do certain things. And so it's also human trafficking. So they use this, you know, again, online and all this to attract you, and then you are trafficked. All right? Now, I've been very careful because as somebody who's a consultant and an international consultant, I would use a LinkedIn greatly, right? So I'm more a LinkedIn person, and because it's a professional network, and so I have, for example, been hired via LinkedIn. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I was hired all the way in the Middle East. You know, Beirut, Lebanon was one of the countries, and I will tell you. You know, looking back, only that I had done my due diligence and I noted that they were authentic. You know what I'm saying? I was at a very high level position. But looking back now, all right, I'm not sure I would be so quick or so open to do that. I mean, you know, at that time, like 2013, you know, I had just finished certain consultancies all around the Caribbean, and Canada. So, you know, I was into the consultancy bit and all that. But, and, you know, Kelvin was still young. You know, so I did that. But like right now, I'm not, and after that I had gotten offered to go all over. I was going to be all over Asia and then all over Africa. Doing certain different consultancy work by myself. Normally when I go to work, normally I go by myself. That's just how it is. But right now I think I would have to be more cautious, because like yourself, we don't know who it is we're communicating with. You understand? And human trafficking is real. And we talk about cyber crimes, but some of these individuals are brought in and they are trafficked and they are tricked via online, you know, through whatever social media. So again, there's hey, you authentically think you're getting a job, you know, they're scamming you. You authentically think that you're getting a handsome partner or a beautiful partner, they're scamming you. And one of the things, and I know this because I know this individual who has been doing it, right? It's a Belizean American. And, you know, I knew him. I haven't been in contact with him for, I don't know, I think a year. Well, a year ago, I knew what he was doing. He was taking this particular unit, and he, you know, he had these young girls, Belizeans, and he invited them, and he was, you know, they knew apparently what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? So when you think that it was like an online dating thing, so what he did was he had this little site whereby you would think, I guess men would think that they are speaking to these pretty girls, right? But it's not the pretty girls, it's him and whoever he has that is communicating with these men, usually men, communicating with these men. And when these men think that they are communicating with this beautiful girl, and this girl says, okay, if you want to, you know, if you want to see, let's say, the top part of their body, boom, they have to pay $50 US. So they pay their $50 US, but it's not really their body they're showing. It's just porn stars' bodies. So they would just send a picture of a porn star body, right? They would do that. And this guy, that's what he was doing. So all these men thinking that they're communicating with authentic females, I mean, it's him. He literally would be typing and doing his thing and having other people. It's scam. I mean, it's still cybercrime because they're defrauding these individuals. They're you know, taking money from these individuals unknowingly. And when these individuals think that, you know, one day they will, you know, meet these pretty females or whoever, that's not the case. That's not the case. So they're using so many different avenues. And you know fully well these different avenues because perhaps you have fallen victim. You understand? Like I have, my account has been hacked. Email as well, like as though I sent email to people, and in fact, that's furthest from the truth. You know, they will say that one of the email they sent was that I was, you know, they sent it as though I was in some other country and I lost my wallet and I needed help. So they sent it to, you know, those on my mailing list, you know, my contacts, and asking for money. Of course, they quickly told me, and I said, nothing of that sort. And I had been hacked. My account was hacked. You know what I'm saying? So there's many different ways of how they will go ahead and do it, but you have to be open. You have to be quick, especially nowadays. Like I told you, don't click into anything. What people are doing now, they will use nudity. They will use pictures of, like, you know, a male and a female, or I guess male and male, female, whatever. But they will use nudity, a nude photo or something like a nude video, as an attraction. And so people, you know, curious, will click into that. Right? But if you look good enough, you're going to see oftentimes that, you know, something is wrong, because oftentimes you're going to see a weird website. And when you click into that website, boom, that's it. You're hacked. But people do it because, hey, you know, people want to see, they're curious, you know, they have a fascination for nudity. And we have to, everybody has to be careful, because when they do that, then it gets to, you know, many different individuals. Sometimes they get into contact lists as well, you know. I could go into many others, but those are the areas. And so we have to be mindful, and we have to tell our children not to engage with these particular individuals, not to be sending out you know, certain information, not share information. Just be cautious. You understand? A bank, you know, you think you get a notification from a bank, be careful, especially if it's something asking for a password, your PIN number or passcode. Don't do it. Don't do it. And you know, I've had certain entities that, you know, they do try to put in certain efforts to ensure that your information is not stolen. I can see it. They do. With fairness, they do. But these cyber people, they're always coming up with new ways. And so we have to be very mindful. I want to tell you that, again, you know, I try to ensure that, you know, the topics that I'm speaking on are topics that, you know, are useful. And I've gotten a lot of good feedback, especially, you know, sometimes I don't know that you're even watching, but thank you for telling me, you know, after a while. And even with YouTube, I've had people, you know, when I'm blocked from going on YouTube, you know, sometimes that happens, especially on what I speak of. Or sometimes it's a video, like a clipping that I put that may be copyrighted. YouTube will take down the whole video if the owner of that will complain or has certain restrictions on it. So that's why I'm very careful to use videos, and you're going to see more that I try to speak, just that I showed those videos, no? But I do my best to just to speak like that, you know. Another one before I go is call center. What one of them, for example, what the Chinese one that was recently, they were, I have a video on that, but I won't show it. Over 500 Chinese were arrested because they were in this building and they were registered like a call center. But they weren't, they were a call center for scams, for cyber crimes, a literal call center. And so, you know, you'll have legitimate call centers, but again, this one, that's what they were doing. So this thing is real, people. Let us be mindful of it, and pay when you can. Try to call the person. If you hear it's too good to be true, call the person. You understand? I've had individuals try to message me, and they want to communicate, you know, via Hangout. I'm like, no, you know, or they want to or I'm gonna say, okay, let's video chat because I want to know if this person is real, and they won't do it. They won't do it. You try to ask them to video chat you. They will not do it, because then you will find out who they are. And one of them, I remember, I did it on purpose, because that's just me. I will try to sometimes, but I've stopped doing it because I'm too busy. But I had push until I literally got him to call me and try to fake his voice. And I said, listen, I know you're not, you know, who you are. And I know you're such and such. I know you're an individual from Africa, so forth, and you're hiding behind. And why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? And did you know that person was still trying to make me feel sorry for him? Of which I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I won't. You know, I'm not going to feel sorry for them. You're trying to scam me. You know, why would I feel sorry for you? But I want to say again that this has been a very lovely night. We today is the 17th, and 17th of this January. The time is flying. The time is flying very quickly. Next month is my birthday, so again, February is always special for me. But Natalia just celebrated her birthday 13th of January, so I want to wish my daughter a very happy birthday. She celebrated a very good one. She enjoyed herself, enjoyed her cake and, you know, her gifts, and I'm very happy about that. So she celebrated her 8th birthday, and next month I'll celebrate mine. And so we're moving in a direction where there's certain other topics that I want to discuss. And, you know, again, I'll try to make sure that you're kept in the loop. This show is brought to you through the courtesy of Sea Belize Vacation Rentals, located at 5 Mile Philip Colston Highway, 1 minute from the Hanover Bridge. The number is 501-615-4465 or 67 or 85. And the website is www.seabelizevacation.com, SEE. And I want to thank Ben Ruiz and Michael Salazar. Thank you, who are in studios at Maximum Radio and Television and all those different entities that you're dealing with. I want to thank you and your team for giving us nationwide coverage. Thank you very much. I want to thank those who have been, of course, looking on Maximum Radio and Television. I want to thank all those watching on the other entities, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Twitch, and you know, all the MadLab, all the other entities, Twitch TV, DigiTV, whichever, all the different entities. Have a pleasant good night, and I will see you here again next week, next time, same place. Take care of yourselves, and I love you all. Have a great and wonderful good night. Go ahead, Kelvin.
Looking for the ultimate sea view getaway? Then Sea Belize Vacation Rentals and Tours, located at 5 Miles Philip Colston Highway near the Hanover Bridge, is your perfect sea view getaway. Come relax in one of our beautiful air-conditioned sea view apartments, studios, sea view rooms, or suites, all with flat screen television, hot and cold bath, and unlimited access to our spacious and refreshing 40 by 16 foot pool with 6 to 4 feet depth. So you can enjoy that fun and refreshing dive or dip in the pool. We sell ice cold drinks, so you can relax and unwind on our overwater or poolside decks. Contact us at 501-615-4485, 65 or 67.